So real quick, I wanted to explain why I got into Eurchf. If anyone remembers, I was trying to sell over here and it was too early. So let me go to the highest time frame, right? And this, I feel like, has been a game changer for me in regards to just overall understanding and context within the monthly context. Seeing chart patterns, how does it relate to the macro time frames? I don't think anyone comes on here. I've never seen anyone teach this, but it helps me understand yearly moves. So with nothing on the charts, we see that we are terribly bearish. The next 5 months could more than likely end up looking like one of these huge candles because the last 12 months we created resistance. Drop down to the 6 month, we see that there is a nice and very strong level of hey now. Let's go ahead and readjust that to that 6 month level of support. Dum, dum, dum. Let's get rid of this because that's irrelevant. I'll put this right here. Ah, right. So I realize that this is just my major and minor levels, and Gbpaud would just do it all in the monthly, but I like to come to the 12 month and the 6 month and the 3 month and really get into it and see what is T. Right. So at first I had more of a bullish bias because I was like, hey, if we close like that, there is a pretty good chance that the next 3 months could end up closing like that. And while that may be true, um, I am prioritizing the fact that we are still, let me get my pen. Okay. We are still, what is that? We're still here. We're still under this level. Thank God. Oh, dang. So where's my pen? Where's my pen? Here you go. We're still respecting this level, and until then, unless we break above here, I technically can't take buys, right? That would be the situation, but given as though we're honestly still under this level, mind you, this is something you can see on the 12 months. We're not gonna mess with that. We wouldn't dare mess with that. So price came up, retested that level, and is now creating what I think is a double top on the monthly time frame. Mind you, if the monthly time frame created something like this, a straight up double bottom, I would be more wary about selling, but it didn't do that. It created a lower low, a lower high, a higher low, which is not a chart pattern, and equal lower highs. So the fact that directly to the left was the monthly time frame, I was all right, cool. I have some liquidity there, and I had a weekly candle close. So this setup right here now to me is my setup A, but on the weekly, which makes it a setup B. So we broke the weekly time frame, the weekly level of resistance, to now come and trek and find a golden zone on the weekly time frame. Right. So this was pretty much what told me that we good. We good. More so than it was here. Um, there's just a lot of confluence happening right now. So the first level I could see price coming down is here. And again, most of this is because you look to the left and we see what we're playing with. We're playing with levels that they don't play around. These are hardcore big daddy bitch levels. So I'm like, all right, cool. First take profit here, second take profit here. And I entered in yesterday around gotta hit up my wall. So the current is what it's looking like. right? So just a matter of chilling and letting price do what it do. I have taken profit twice on this already. I'm still letting the rest run. I had my stop loss and break even for a while. And again, I was up for 400 pips. How many pips are we up right now? 480. And again, it comes from understanding where we are on the highest time frames. Like had I entered in after this close, beer sells. Beer sells. As in like pure sells. Like entering here, boom, January, blah, blah. I remember watching this pissed because I got to have none of it. I mean, just little tiny bits based off of 4 hour counter trend line breaks, but not even that was in my plan. So I was like, nah, like we gotta figure out a way. Like, what did I miss then that would have given me the confidence to hold, the anticipation to know that a big move is coming? And again, that's all going back to the macro time frames. Look at where we are. Look what happened to the left. Look what happened. Like these levels are not to be fucked with. And then again, we come back and we're back on some intense levels, some yearly demand levels. Why would I let that go by? So the confidence, the understanding, the prioritizing macro context is, I feel like the main thing that I've learned to do the past 2, 3 weeks that has given me a lot of confidence and has shown itself. It's proven itself again and again. I'm also like excited to see how price is going to like break through this resistance that is to the left, that is for the monthly. Because again, we do have a straight up double bottom, bah, bah, which is what's needed in order to counter trend a monthly flow. Double bottom, okay. And it's with the 12-hour demand, stop playing with buying. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Happy trading, everyone. Let's make it a good last 6 months and really kill it.